What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and we have a couple of brand new legendary Black Friday heroes in Empires and Puzzles, but is it a deal or no deal? Let's talk about it. But first, download Gemstone Legends, a mobile RPG puzzle match game. Use the link in the description to start with free stuff, including a bonus hero. Alright, first up we have Fortuna, who is a 5-star ice hero of the Rogue class. That is one of the best classes out there. You know how annoying it is when you're trying to just get rid of a hero and they completely dodge the special skill. There is the Masquerade family bonus, and this is a lot of text here, so bear with me. Masquerade characters summon a mask minion for themselves at the start of battle. The more Masquerade characters there are in the same team, the better the mask minion is. So for one family member, this character summons a mask minion with 8% health and 8% attack inherited from the character. Additional skill worth 2 family members. Mask minion gives its owner plus 7% attack while the owner has a mask minion. This effect can't be dispelled, which is ridiculous. This is an amazing passive, by the way. Additional skill with 3 family members. Mask minion gives its owner immunity to all status ailments while the owner has a mask minion. This effect can't be dispelled. What the heck? Okay, that's probably one of the strongest passives I've ever seen. And then we have one here as well, cleanse on minion death. This character is cleansed of status ailments when a minion owned by them is destroyed. So these are like anti-status ailment heroes. Now status ailments haven't been as big of a problem as they had been maybe like a year and a half or 2 years ago. They've released a lot of heroes where buffs matter a lot, minions matter a lot, fiends matter a lot, you know, and things like that, so that it's a little bit more diverse. It used to just be a status ailment meta. That's not the case anymore. However, there's a ton of status ailments out there still, and so your team's going to be completely protected by a hero like this. This is pretty much like a one hero wrecking crew as far as status ailments are concerned. Even just the passives. We haven't even gotten to the primary special yet. All right, so attack increases the damage done to enemies. This is 784, defense is 821, and health is 1493. So these are big stats already. Of course, they get stronger whenever you level up the talents, which I highly recommend that you do because she's rogue. And then, of course, if you want to limit break too. Bad Fortune is the special at a ridiculous fast speed. I say ridiculous because you're going to see why in just a moment. I mean, usually when you see this amount of text with a fast speed hero, you know, this could be a problem hero. Dispels buffs from all enemies. That's a really good one. You know, typically this would be a really strong effect with the number of really annoying buffs in the game. This could be a strong hero just with that bullet point and maybe one other thing like dealing damage. So sure enough, we get deals 120% damage to all enemies. However, then it follows up with summons a corrupted mask fiend to all enemies. The fiend damages the enemies with 45% attack every turn. These fiends and minions are starting to get pretty big and do a lot of damage. The corrupted mask fiend absorbs healing. It disappears after absorbing a healing amount equal to 22% of its target's max health. And the corrupted mask fiend gives negative 36% attack to its owner for as long as the owner has the corrupted mask fiend. This effect cannot be cleansed. This is all at freaking fast speed. All right, so Fortuna is a really strong hero. Maybe overpowered. I'm absolutely going to give Fortuna an A. I mean, she's going to be amazing on defense. She's going to be amazing even probably more so on offense, where you can line up the status ailment and the dispelling buffs. I mean, she does everything. She's like one of these Swiss Army knife type heroes that just does everything. Kills the enemy, dispels buffs, protects your team from status ailments. Gosh, Empires and Puzzles. This just has the feel to me of like, let's just throw down ridiculous stuff and see who still has money to spend on this game. Like, releasing heroes like this just kind of nullifies all the other heroes we've collected over time like this. I know I'm showing a moment of frustration here, but like, I'm gonna be frank for a moment. It's been about a year since I've spent money on the game because I went hardcore after Costume Krampus, and I really wanted the Costume Mother North as well. And then they immediately came out and nerfed Costume Krampus, who was the hero I was really going after and I happened to get. Like, I saved up a bunch of hero tokens and everything, spent money to get him, and then they nerfed him. And Costume Krampus is nowhere close to Fortuna. Not even close. In fact, not even close to this past year's worth of event heroes that they've released over and over and over again that are overpowered. So, like, that's why I haven't spent money on the game. Because why, when the next week they're going to release another hero that just nullifies everything. And especially when they release a hero, like a good one, like Costume Krampus, that was not overpowered, but very good. And then they nerfed him. So, you know, I don't see a reason to keep chasing heroes like this, despite how powerful they are. I think it's worth just having fun with what you have at this point, because this is a little overbearing. All right, enough for my rant. Let's go check out the next hero, because if you get Fortuna, like, for free, like with a token or something, or even if you spend money on her, which is fine. I don't tell people what to do with their money, but she is amazing. She's probably one of the best heroes in the game right now. And then we have Jove, who's a 5-star holy hero of the Ranger class. Also getting the Masquerade family bonus, which is what we just covered here, and then also the cleanse on minion death. So same kind of thing. These two heroes really do protect against status ailments very well. 842 attack, 793 defense, and 1406 health. Now, interestingly enough, this is a much higher attack hero than we typically see with lower defense and HP than we've seen recently. The defense is still very good at 793, but with a lot of the overpowered heroes that they've been releasing recently, these stats could be a little bit higher, but when we read the special again, thank goodness they're not. Strike from the Skies, fast speed, deals 530% damage to the target and minor damage to all other enemies. Good snipers back in the day that hit one hero would do like 430% damage to just one hero. Back in the day, it used to be an excellent hero if it dealt that 430% damage and then did like some other effect to maybe the hero and the nearby enemies. You know what I mean? And now here we have 530% damage to the target and minor damage to all other enemies. And we haven't even gotten to the rest of the text yet. All enemies get negative 65% decrease for any healing received for 3 turns, which is going to be really good in like wars and tournaments and things like that, where you kind of need the healing. You need to stack healing. And a lot of times in like the attack boost wars, or maybe like even very fast wars, it behooves you to take a couple of healers. If this guy's on the other side, it's really going to hurt that strategy. By the way, quick tip of advice for if you go up against Jove, if he happens to be on a defense and you're in one of these war conditions, it's like very fast. If you see that, don't bring your healers. Just overload your team with big damage dealers and try to kill the other team faster. Don't even worry about the healing with a guy like this on the enemy team. Then you kind of nullify his special a little bit at least. Lastly, all enemies get negative 75% less mana from special skills for 3 turns. What do I say? Jove's an A. For those who have followed my grading scale before, I started out using grading scale with A being the highest. So I don't follow the typical gaming scale with S as the highest, at least as of right now. That's what I've been doing for all of Empires and Puzzles history. You know, of course, like the typical gaming scale has become more popular over the last couple of years. So if I had to start over, I would totally use that, and he would be like SS plus. It's the same thing with Fortuna. Just probably the best heroes you can get in the game right now. But since my scale has always been with A as the highest, that's what I'm going to give for Jove. But let's have a talk about this for a moment. I know I already ranted a little bit on Fortuna, but is this a deal? If you can get these heroes for free, it's a deal. Like the tokens that you can use to possibly summon, and if you do, I'm super happy for you. What a great deal to get these heroes. Is it worth it to spend money on these? Well, that's really up to you as an individual. But I have to say, personally, in my opinion, these are not deals. I'm going to show you why. Because, first of all, they're 350 gems a piece. If you're going to go one at a time, 3,000 for 10, and then if you go for 30, you get it's 8,400. Okay, so that's a lot of money you could potentially be spending unless you like really saved up. And so, is it a deal? Like, Black Friday is supposed to be about saving money, right? Well, you're certainly not going to be saving money if you're going to chase any of these overpowered heroes. So no, I don't think that these are deals. It's another way for Empires and Puzzles to extract as much money from you as possible if you're willing to chase these heroes, and there's no way you're saving money on this. So no, it is not a deal. Also, another reason that it's not a good deal is because when they release a hero like this, it degrades the quality of all your other heroes. They go down in quality even if you get this. It just makes the other heroes not as worth it that you've spent a lot of time leveling up and things like that. And especially if you don't get it, which you're not likely to because of the appearance rates, which, I mean, the legendary featured heroes are 0.2%, which means you've got to summon like, oh my gosh, what, like 400 times or 500 times? I don't know. I'm not a math person, but it's way into the hundreds that you have to summon to even have a good chance at one of these heroes. So no, not a good deal. I'm going to do one single summon here just to see what happens. Oh, a 3-star pixie. That's all I'm going to do. So that's my summon for Black Friday. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you know when I drop new videos or go live, and I will catch you in the next one.